Hello, Heidi Ho. Hello, 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 everyone. Happy Sunday. I hope everyone's having a nice Sunday. Hope you're enjoying your day wherever you are, whatever you're doing. Out eating lunch with friends, going to church today, having a barbecue, just lazing around, whatever it is. I hope you're enjoying it and you're relaxing. So, today I am going to be talking about time and not having time for certain things, at least certain things that aren't important. I have always stressed and would like to stress again how important it is for you to be cognizant of your time and how you spend it and what you spend it on and who you spend it on and stuff. It's your time. You don't get it back. You don't get extra time. You only have what you have. You have the 24 hours in the day, and you have as long as you're going to live, which really no one's quite sure how long that's going to be. So, my thought is to make the moments, try to count as best as you can, and don't waste time on things that don't matter. Listen, as a young person, I wasted a lot of time. I wasted a lot of time on things that didn't matter, people that didn't matter, arguing with people about stuff, hanging around and doing stuff that I really wasn't really into or wanted to do and stuff, hanging in relationships that I didn't want to be in. And I think about some of that time that I wasted. There's really nothing I can do about it now, but it's really important for me to remember that now my time is really valuable to me. I think that's something about growing older, maybe. When I was 20, it seemed like I had forever to do everything. So I did waste a lot of time on stuff. Now that I'm 41, I'm really more cognizant because my thought is, you know what? I have time, but it's not like I have a lot of time. And I certainly don't have a lot of time to waste on bull crap, situations, people, all sorts of stuff. And I can't do everything. Okay. There's stuff that's really important to me that I do. And then there's other stuff that I just have to leave to somebody else who really is into it or really has a desire to serve in that way. Or, it's really important to them and stuff to do some of the other stuff. I never get mad at people because they're not doing what I'm doing. I was kind of chosen to do what I do and to believe in what I believe in. I'm a huge advocate for people not being emotionally abused and things like that, and for people getting therapy and stuff like that, and for a lot of things that I talk about on Married Girl in a Weird World and stuff. That's my thing. Now, there are other people that are not really into my thing and stuff, and I can't really be mad. I was chosen for this. And specifically, part of being chosen was because I had been through some situations that I could relate to people. Stuff had happened to me. And so these things became important. And as time goes on, it's different stuff that becomes important. I'm a diabetic. It's always really important for me about people who have diabetes and suffer from type 1 diabetes, to get the care that they need, to make sure that they take care of themselves and stuff. I'm also a person, who has a thyroid disorder and gastroparesis and stuff. So I may talk about those sorts of things and how that relates to stuff in my life. I'm a married person, and I will talk about that sort of stuff. And I'm a Christian, so that's part of my life. Also, I talk about people having good, healthy boundaries in relationships, and people not letting themselves being disserved by a relationship. I talk about interracial marriage and dating because that's something I'm a part of. But I don't have time to talk about everything or to be a part of everything. And I don't want people to be annoyed because, I think you need to talk about this, or I think you need to discuss that and stuff. There are not many people come on here and make suggestions. It's nice for people to do so and stuff, and I've had people do it in the past, but there's just some stuff that I'm not into. There's just some stuff that just doesn't matter to me, some stuff that I don't know about. And I've said that before. I don't talk about things that I don't know about and stuff, or don't have any sort of deep relationship with and stuff. I talk about stuff I'm knowledgeable about, because there's somebody else out there who's knowledgeable about that situation. So why not let them talk about it and stuff, yesterday I was out and about with my mom and a good friend of mine, and we're just out hanging out, having lunch, going shopping, going around, laughing and talking, and all sorts of stuff, and just having a good time and stuff. One of the things that's really important to me is my family. Now, people without close relationships to their family may think that people who spend a lot of time with their family are just crazy and stuff. But because I have a close relationship with my family, and I think family is very important, and stuff, especially for people who have a good family dynamic and stuff. It's good to stay close to your family and stuff. They're a wonderful support system for me, and stuff, and we support one another. They cheer me on. They love me. They approve of who I am. They don't ask the impossible out of me and stuff, and they accept me for who I am, which allows me to accept myself for who I am. And it's really nice to have their support. So I'm really big on family. Well, if you have a really crappy family situation, you may not be that big on family and all that stuff. I can't be mad at you because of that, because you have a situation that's different than my situation. There's lots of stuff that I don't argue about, and I don't try to, go back and forth with people. There's stuff that, I used to would argue people down about, and now, because my time is so precious to me, there's lots of times I just sort of just stop in the middle of a conversation, and I'm like, okay, this is over, and stuff, because there's no use in arguing. There's no use in going back and forth. There's no use trying to change people's minds on stuff that they're not going to be changed on and stuff, and I'm not going to argue about something that I believe and I believe to be true and all this stuff. I'm not going to waste my time arguing with people, or debating people on stuff like that. I know it's lots of people that like to do that. I find it a true waste of time, and stuff. Every once in a while, I get into discussions with people about different stuff. Maybe I haven't made my mind up, or maybe I can waver back and forth and stuff, and you might change my mind. But I do have some deeply strong held beliefs. I think most people have some deeply held beliefs that it's just like, yeah, that's probably not your argument is probably not going to change what it is that I believe. There's just stuff that I just don't have time for. And there's stuff that you don't see me talk about on here. I talk about a little bit about my diabetes, and I talked about, for the 2 months that I was pregnant before my miscarriage, I talked about that and what it was like to be a diabetic. I don't specifically talk about stuff regarding health and nutrition stuff. I am not a nutritionist. I'm not a nutrition expert. My body is different than your body. So my body needs stuff that your body may not need and stuff. And in a different way also. That's something that I don't talk about. I don't talk about, I talk a little bit about exercising back and forth, a little bit about doing stuff like that, but I'm not an exercise expert and stuff, so that's just kind of stuff I don't talk about, and stuff I just really don't kind of have time arguing with people about. I do what I need to do, and stuff, and although people are saying, well, you need to do this, you need to do that, I do what's best for Eugenia. I do what I need to do. Trust and believe me, once I get off of here and live my life, and stuff, it may be a little different than most people would think it would be and stuff. I'm a person who really enjoys life and really tries to live it to the fullest and everything. I like to travel, I like to read, but I like to relax and just chill. I'm a bit of a homebody, and so I like to be at home and stuff. I love eating. But eating to me encompasses a lot of different things, and I like eating good food. I like beer and I like champagne. I'm not big on wine, okay? But I like beer and I like champagne. So those are two things, that I like. I drink a lot of water during the day. That's mostly what I drink is carbonated water all day long. I may have one soda, and I'm a bit of a coffee drinker. But you can't live here and not drink coffee. That's impossible. Okay, to live here and not drink coffee and stuff. So I'm a bit of a coffee drinker, and so I enjoy my coffee and stuff. But I'm not going to go on this sort of excessive thing either way to sort of make people, fit into some mold that they'd like for me to fit into, or to do what it is that they'd like for me to do, and stuff. I like balance. I like living a life in balance, and I try to live a life in balance. There's lots of times I'll be in this house not doing anything all day long. And people are like, well, don't you feel like you're wasting? Not if I enjoy it. I don't feel like I'm wasting my time. If I enjoyed it and I got the rest and relaxation I need, I don't feel like I wasted my time. If you're enjoying what it is you're doing, then you're not wasting your time. The only time that I give to somebody is the time when I go to work. So the 10 to 2 that I go to work is the time that I give to someone. But I'm paid for that time, and stuff. I get paid to give someone that time and stuff. The rest of the time is mine. It is mine to spend the way that I want, and I spend it the way that I like. I think it's important for you to think about how you're spending your time and what you're doing. I was talking about the other day about work and people not having good boundaries with work and what work really is. And work at its essence is just you giving somebody your time and them giving you some money. Now, people were like, well, it's really not like that, blah, blah. It's more, no, yeah, it is like that. That's exactly what it's like. At the essence, at the base of what it is, that's exactly what it is and stuff. And I don't ask from work what work can possibly give me, which is usually what people were looking for from their childhood that they didn't get. And so they have poor boundaries. So many people excessively work. Many people dislike their work. Many people have critical attitudes. Many people don't like authority. Many people are looking to work to give them things that work can't possibly give you because they missed it in their childhood. And so they look for it from work. They look for approval. They look for self-esteem. They look for work to nurture them and all that sort of stuff. That's not what work does. And work just has adult expectations, okay? And if you have childhood expectations that you're trying to get from work while they're expecting you to be an adult, you're going to have some problems. The reason I like what I do, the 4 hours that I do it a day, is because I've got good boundaries with my work and stuff. It's not that work can't be something that you actually like, but I give them 4 hours. After 4 hours, we're done. I go home. I don't particularly talk about work. I let just to say, hey, it was a great day or whatever when my husband asked me, but I don't go on and on about work. I don't do a stress thing about work. I don't take work home and all that stuff. I don't do that because that's not what you're supposed to do. That's when you have poor boundaries with work. And you could have the greatest job in the whole wide world, okay, and it will become a terrible job if you don't have boundaries. This is the importance of boundaries. It's the boundaries even with your time. You need good boundaries. Because if you don't, then you're at your wit's end. You're giving too much of yourself. You're overextending yourself and wondering why I can't get things done. You're busy, but you're never productive, and stuff. And you're always stressed because you think, well, I don't have enough time to do this. I don't have enough time to do that. Once again, you have enough time to do everything you need to do. The 24 hours is exactly what you need. Okay? You don't need no more. You don't need no less. And if you can't get what you need to get done in 24 hours, then you're doing too much. Okay? That's just it. You're going to have to say no. And a bunch of people don't have boundaries, so they can't say no. And stuff. So they can't tell certain things, no, I can't do that, because really my time is mine. It's my time. And there are things that I choose to do with my time and invest my time in and don't. There are relationships that I invest my time in. And there are relationships that I'm just kind of like, whatever, gone, bye, and stuff because it's not worth it. And so the thing is, it's your time. Think about it in that way. Think about creating better boundaries with your time. Whether you're working, whether you're a mom, a stay-at-home mom or stay-at-home dad, whether you are, volunteering, whatever it is you're doing, however it is that you're spending it and stuff, you have to think how precious your time is and missing really important things, important life events, because you're doing something you probably shouldn't be doing is not okay. Okay, so you're avoiding pain, so you're excessively spending time in the wrong place and stuff, and that's not how it's supposed to work out. This is a beautiful, beautiful Sunday that we have here. I'm taking a few minutes to talk to you guys and stuff. And now I'm going to take myself out of here and go enjoy this beautiful day because that's what I want to spend my time on. Okay. I certainly enjoyed talking to you guys, and I hope you get some help from what it is that I say. But this is my time and this is my life, and I'm getting ready to go out and enjoy the Seattle sunshine. Okay, bye-bye.